Hey beautiful Sagittarius, it is CJ here. Welcome to my channel, welcome back. Sag, I hope you're doing really great on this Saturday. Today is November 9th. I don't know why I'm having a hard time keeping remembering what day it is. I feel like the days are flying by so fast. But nevertheless, it is November 9th, 2024. And we're going to check in and see what may be happening for you. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful love and your support of me, myself, each other. I love you and I appreciate you so very much. I'm sending you all of my love, Saggy. We're going to get into your reading now. Okay, sometimes I always get a little confused on what to say because I just finished meditating on your energy. Also, if you are wanting a personal reading, all that information is down below. Give me a little bit of time to get back to you. My schedule is getting pretty booked right now, but I for sure will be reaching out back to you. Okay, meditating on your energy. Now, give me a moment here because something I'd seen earlier today, I'm not sure if that's what was coming through on my meditation. Sometimes that can happen, right? Sometimes, obviously, it can be my own, something that's come into my consciousness that later on comes back. So I'm not sure if this is coming from spirit, I gotta be honest, but we're gonna start with it. So what I seen when I was meditating on your energy and what might be happening for you, I seen a cat. Now, it felt like it was a golden colored cat. Kind of like the color of a lion, really, is what it felt like to me. But this was a cat, almost like a domestic cat. And so, I kind of try to probe of what is this message. So what I was receiving, as we all know, there's always that saying, cats have 9 lives. Cats are known for their intuition. They can read energy very, very good. If there's any kind of energy that might be from the beyond, we'll put it that way, they can normally really pick up on it. So can dogs, etc., and other animals. But, the saying of cats, right? Very, very intuitive. Now, what I'm getting from that is I do feel that this is a time for you to obviously be really listening to your intuition, what's coming through. But it also almost felt, Sag, and again, this is not going to be for everyone, so please remember that as well, right? There's no possible way this reading can resonate with every Sag. So for those of you that this is your reading, there was something more connected with the 9 lives. Now, I'm not talking about death and birth and all of that, but more about chances, like you have chances that maybe you're not seeing at this time. It felt to me that some of you, if this is your reading, of course, may be giving yourself a hard time about something. I don't know what that would be. So very interesting. Now, so that's what came through. That's all I received. Earlier this morning, much earlier, because I am doing this at 6 and it was late in the night. But after midnight, I was just watching this clip, and it was about coyotes. Where I live, there's a lot of coyotes, right? And so someone had videotaped off their front porch that there was a cat out there, obviously a domestic cat, but it had been outside in the yard, and these 3 coyotes came to attack the cat. And no one had let this cat in, and who knows where this cat lived, right? But this cat was able to scare the coyotes off, which is quite incredible, right? 3 coyotes, pretty big ones, and this single cat was able to hold its ground, and the coyotes finally left. It was amazing to watch the power, right? The power. So again, I'm not sure if that was Spirit's message coming through, but I've got to trust. I don't believe in coincidences. So with that message, I'm feeling that there is this message coming through that no matter what has been going on, even if you've been giving yourself a hard time, maybe something hasn't worked out, maybe you're feeling a bit lost or disconnected from life, your life, whatever, that Spirit is reminding you that there's more chances, there's tomorrow, there is today, you can always start over. So I'm hoping that makes sense to whoever might need that message. A little bit convoluted? Yep, maybe. That's how we do it here. Okay, Sag, I'm going to have a sip of water. We're going to open up with the Divine Animal deck and see what message wants to come through. All right, let's begin. Okay, Spirit, thank you for guiding me in this reading for beautiful Sagittarius, our fire sign. For those that this is their message, what would you like them to know? Let us begin. We're going to start always as looking at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have Peregrine Falcon. This is about observation. It's 25, so that is a 7. Wow, my voice is a little squeaky this morning. So that's a 7. So 7s for me, are, one is about, well, definitely taking a really deep look at things, weighing things out, again, kind of like contemplating, a lot of contemplating here, but also it can be that blessing card, right? The blessing number, lucky 7. Peregrine falcon. This is interesting because the falcon is looking down at this person. I'll show it to you in a moment here. It's almost like there's either you are observing, and I'm feeling more of a situation, observing yourself, or perhaps someone in your circle around you is observing you. Let me show this to you. I'm trying to pick this up here because the eye is very big on this bird. So it does feel, maybe you are taking a step back and you're observing something. Okay, we have horse next, which is freedom. You are half human, half horse, let's put it that way, right? So freedom. Maybe you're striving or wanting or desiring freedom from something. It's number 24, so it's a 6. 6 is about balance. Perhaps you're contemplating things, you're observing how things are in your life, and you're really wanting to make a big change. This is a beautiful card, by the way. It's gorgeous. This horse is just beautiful, light, lit up, and completely almost angelic here. It is followed by bull, Sag, and we often get this card when I use this deck for Sagittarius because it does represent sacrifices. And as you and I both know, you do make a lot of sacrifices in your life. And I'm not saying other signs don't, of course, but there's something special about Sagittarius and your beautiful way of being able to give even when you are not giving to yourself. But sometimes also what happens then, there can be an energy because you are the Sagittarius, so you are that spontaneous, you don't like to be put in a box. Sometimes that can make you feel a lot of pressure, and that can also make you want to break out, break free, because that bull is talking about the sacrifices that you've made. Okay, and this is quite fierce. There's a big storm going on behind that bull. Okay, we have lioness next. Okay. See, connecting, because like I said, it was the color of the lion that I seen. And this is protection. It's 21. That is the 3. So 3s are about you being in alignment, things coming together, even if it doesn't feel like they have been together at this moment, Sag, at this time, whatever you might be going through. But you are protected. And also, there's something here, because this is protection. For some of you, my love, you might be protecting yourself as well. I'm trying to piece this together. We have authenticity next with the wolf. Okay. What this is feeling like to me at this moment, it's almost like authenticity is about staying true to yourself, right? Being who you are. It is 17, that is an 8. 8 is about you, your path that you're on. I'm wondering if there's something going on in your life, and I don't know, we'll see obviously more when we get to the tarot, where you might feel like you're not able to be authentic, or let me put it this way as well, because I'm getting a little of this too, that you might have hit a place in your life, Sag, where because of responsibilities, because of things that are going on, because of life, where you have lost who you are. Maybe you're not connecting with who you are. This feels like a pretty deep message that's coming through here. Again, I'm piecing together with what Spirit gave me off camera in meditation with what I had seen much, much earlier about the cat and the coyote. It's almost like, I want to say to you, please don't give up. Don't give up. Spirit is saying there's a lot more that you can do, and there's a lot more waiting for you. Okay, we're going to put these back. I want to see what wants to come out, and then we'll see how Spirit guides me in this reading. Okay, all right, Spirit. Wow, feels quite intertwined. It feels intertwined, the energy I'm getting. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much. What is the message you have for those Sagittariuses that this is their reading? Oh, wow. We have the owl, we have the tarantula, and on the bottom we have the red fox. Followed by the dolphin, which is happiness. Beautiful. Okay, that did not take long at all. All right, Sag. We have wisdom, the owl, the beautiful, beautiful owl, the wise old owl. Number 4, it is about your foundation, what's solid to you, what you can trust, what you can lean on, what will be there for you through thick and thin. And could be vice versa as well. The Spirit is asking you to tap into that knowledge that you have, that inner guidance system, but the knowledge that you have gained in your life. The owl is not all-seeing, I almost said all-seeing, but the way that the owl works, right? Nocturnal, And the way that they can move their head almost 360 degrees, right? They have a very big view. They're able to see things from a completely different perspective than most other birds, right? Maybe bats. Bats are nocturnal as well. There's something about this message coming through. It's almost like Spirit is saying, Sag, you know more, you know better, you have more knowledge and wisdom than you may be feeling at this time. I need a sip of water. My throat just got instantly dry. I'm drinking out of a yellow glass, and that's the next thing they want me to talk to you about. The owl it's yellow, but it's meant to be gold. Like it's yellowish gold, which is, for me, about abundance. But abundance of love, it doesn't have to be about resources. Abundance of love. And I feel, and if you see there's a woman down there in between the owl's wings, has an owl, and an owl is about to fly off, which is in its own way kind of allowing a freedom to happen. We have the tarantula next, which is about connections. So this is telling me that there's something to do with connections in your life. Personal, could be even outside of personal, that is somehow affecting you. And the tarantula is a beautiful energy of, it's a spider, right? From what I know about tarantulas, and I don't know a ton about it, but they're not normally aggressive, right, unless you come at them, right? And that's almost connecting with what the message is coming through that Spirit's giving me. I'm wondering if at this time you're feeling like you have a spider web over you. Have you ever walked through a spider web? Most of us have. It can be very difficult to get off, right? It's a strange material where you walk through it and it kind of feels like it sticks on you. There's something coming through here where I'm wondering if you're feeling stuck. You're feeling like you've got a net around you and you kind of can't get out. Connected to someone, connected to a situation, or Sag, more likely connected to you. I give this message with so much love. We all have things we have to work on. We all have things that we carry. There's no judgment. This is a loving platform here. At times, there can be things that still weigh heavy on us, that we haven't been able to disconnect or cut the cord from things we've gone through. And it can keep us stuck, as in being covered in a cobweb. Bottom of the deck, we have the red fox. This is all about strategy. It is number 3, Sag. So did I tell you what tarantula was? That's a number 4 as well. It's 13, but it is a 4. So you have 4, 4, and now you have a 3. So the red fox, coyote, cat, everything's coming through my head right now. There's a need for you to have some kind of a plan. Now the thing though is, with what I'm receiving here, like the owl to me is saying that you know deep, deep, deep inside what needs to be done in order to free yourself from whatever is keeping you or making you feel very, very stuck. The red fox comes out when we have to try and see things a different way. If you look at this card, there's a woman, she's holding a beautiful red umbrella. There's a fox sitting on top. There's kind of dark clouds and everything all the way around, but through the trees, the beautiful sky is opening up, which also represents freedom. When I'm saying freedom, I'm not saying necessarily this means, freedom, walking, leaving everything behind and moving on. Although for some of you, my nose is getting very itchy right now. Excuse me. Happens when I do channeling. But that's not necessarily how it's going to apply. It might be for some of you. It might be time to move. Might be time to move forward, move on, leave things behind. But for others, it's going to be talking about seeing things differently and exercising a ability to, and let me rephrase, exercising a practice to start seeing things differently. You're giving that to me quite solid here. Can you see that fox up there? Okay, so we're going to get into the tarot. I want to see what this is about, but it almost feels like you're trying to break through. I gotta blow my nose now. It almost feels like this is, that there's something that's kind of keeping you. It's connecting to the sacrifice card here, is what I'm receiving. That might be keeping you from true happiness, Sag. Okay? It might be keeping you from this. Not all day, not every day, but in some way, maybe on some deep level, there is dissatisfaction. All right, Spirit. Wow. Okay. So strategy 2 also to me is like finding a way to let go of that, finding a way to work through that so you can release it, so that you are no longer caught in the web. The web. I don't know what that is. So, okay, Spirit, thank you. Let's get into, we're going to use lights here. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands on the bottom. So 10 of Wands, your energy, Aries and Leo, Saggy. This is that heavy ending. You know, 10 of Wands, this is the responsibilities. This is that pressure. This is everything that everyone expected of you. Maybe even what you've expected of yourself. You may have high expectations of yourself, and it may not be fair. Do you know what I mean? Have you placed a lot of things on your beautiful shoulders? Have you? And is that some way taking you away from who you authentically are and what you authentically stand for, and what also brings you the happiness and the joy in your life? It's feeling like that kind of a reading, Sag. So 10 of Wands, it is coming to an end, or this is something you're wishing to come to an end, which will feel a lot lighter. And I guess that's why they're giving you, there's a plan that you have to make. This could be talking about just doing things yourself, of like really working through whatever you feel is keeping you back, holding you back, keeping you in the web. You can talk about, you know, talking to someone else, getting some other kind of point of view, perception. Because I feel with this can be an ingrained, I want to find the right words here. Like Sag, almost like an ingrained programming. Thank you, Spirit. And I think we all have it. Some of us are able to work through it. Some of us have a hard time. You know, that feeling of maybe not feeling good enough. That's the interesting thing that's coming through. Not feeling good enough. So you try to do everything, but yet it kind of still doesn't quite heal. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and I've got it. This is probably going to be a long one, Sag, because I can feel the energy and I got to get it out. We have the 9 of Pentacles next. This is independent energy. Now, Pentacles, yes, it is our earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It can talk about our money, obviously. It's Pentacles. But also it is more than that. It's our self-confidence, our self-worth. It's the things and situations and not only the things we can touch and buy and da-da-da-da, but also it's the things that have occurred here on the planet as well, right? So this is an independent energy. And I feel like that is what is the message kind of right now, is like trying to break free from the things that hold you back. Now, again, this could be a person that's holding you back, right? We'll see what comes out. 6 of Swords next, wanting to move away from the hard times, the troubled times. And then the Star. Okay, that's beautiful. Aquarius is energy. Healing. Healing, releasing, you know, working through things, starting over. But starting over, they just said 9 lives in my ear. 9 lives, 9 lives. So, okay. This is about that renewal, you know, being able to heal and be whole and move forward as you are meant to be on this earth. Okay, Sag, because we have the 9 of Wands next, which is, you know, the wounded warrior, right? Constantly going, constantly trying, and in some ways feeling like it's never enough. Wow. Okay, Spirit, this is deep. Sag, I need another sip of water. I don't know what it is about today, but water's good for us. I'm grateful for it. Okay, Spirit. What would you like Sagittarius to know? What would you like them to know? Those that this is their reading, thank you so much. Okay. Oh, that's so much. That's so many cards. But yes, Sag, I feel like I have to take them. Okay. We have, I don't know where to start. Let me see. That's a hell of a lot of cards. But okay, we'll look at it. I'm just going to set it aside right here. I want you to see this because, as I said before, and if you've been with me for a long time, part of our family here, you know how Spirit guides me to read the bottom of the deck and the cards that show up in between. So we're going to start there. We have the 8 of Swords on the bottom. There is a stuck energy. There's something you're feeling that has control over you. And that you are not, it feels like you don't think you have the power to break it. That you don't have the power to break these chains or these ropes. Or even, I'm trying to find the word, what is this word, Spirit? Oh my gosh, I can't get it. Cord? Okay, thank you, cord. Cords, that's interesting because this could be a cord that's attached to your childhood, okay? Obviously, we can have cords attached to people that are in our life on any kind of level, but they gave me the cords and I couldn't quite get it. I was getting connection and then I got cord. not able, thinking you are just, this is where you're at, and that you're unable to break free from it. This is a mind, though. This is our mind. This is our swords, though. This is what goes on in our brain. And our brain, as I often say, the way our brain thinks, the way we think, it can be our best friend. It can also be our enemy, right? It's how we see things and what we believe. So for me, with this being on the bottom, it's just Spirit is confirming to me that there is a feeling of stuckness. We have the Page of Pentacles underneath that, which would be a new beginning on the earthly realm. But for some reason, you can't quite get there. We even have the Page of Cups after that, which is Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, which is falling in love with you again, falling in love with life again. You know, that where life doesn't feel so heavy, where it feels how I think it's meant to be, where we can have lighter times and have more joy in our life. But I feel like this is stopping that. The Ten of Wands is sticking through right there. The Nine of Wands just showed up again. And then we have the Ace of Wands showing up, which is a brand new beginning, right? Okay, so let's see what these cards are. The first card up is the Six of Cups. So this feels to me programming from a very hell of a long time ago. Even from the time a little boy, a little girl, whatever. There's a little boy up here with a little dog. And I feel like Spirit is saying you got to dig deeper, Sag, because this is, you know, programming is a powerful thing. And I think we all are programmed on some level, right? And that can be a lifelong struggle if we're told we're not good enough, or we're told we're not enough, and we're made to feel that way. Doesn't matter how many years can go between. It doesn't matter what happens in our life. We can still carry those bags on our heart. And it takes courage and bravery to break through that. There's something about the Six of Cups that I feel is very important. This feels like a very old belief. Okay? Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords next. I'm going to do this one by one. We have the Nine of Swords next. So you have the Eight of Swords, now you have the Nine of Swords. This is an energy that kind of haunts you. It maybe is not there all the time. It might not even be there every day, but it shows up where it feels like you're getting enveloped in this darkness, in this hopelessness, in this energy of not being able to change or not being able to change your life. It's followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, put it like this, okay. The Wheel of Fortune, this is a major arcana. The Wheel of Fortune is always a very interesting card because it is about, it's a karmatic energy, because the Wheel of Fortune is either spins for us or it does not. It's almost like we get to determine this, right? It's not so much luck. It is so much about how we are, where we're putting our energy in. What is going to make that Wheel of Fortune spin? And is it going to spin forward or is it going to spin backwards? So that's really interesting, because we can, you do believe that, like, you do believe energy is things, right? Because it's true. Energy, frequencies is everything, right? This table is made up of energy. It's just a high frequency, so it becomes solid. Just as if we think about that we're not good enough, and we think we're not worthy enough, and we think that we don't deserve anything good, and so we shut off ourselves, or we behave in mannerisms where people then push us aside because we've maybe hurt them or whatever. And again, this might be someone who's done this to you, Sag. We then can call in more of that lower vibrational energy into our life, or we can turn it and spin it to call in the good stuff. That's what I feel the Wheel of Fortune is meaning right here. Wow, these cards, okay. We then have the Seven of Swords. So again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Seven of Swords, Sag, is two ways I read this, depending on what message is coming through and the energy from Spirit. So in this way, I'm feeling like two ways. Seven of Swords is someone doing something behind your back, someone doing something sneaky, someone trying to sabotage you without you really being aware of it, which I do feel plays into this reading. It also can be us trying to keep something quiet, trying to keep something down, trying to not illuminate it. Maybe we're not ready to handle it. Maybe we're not ready to deal with it, however that might be. We'll see. Okay, so Seven of Swords. I don't know how many cards are here. We have the Eight of Wands next. Your energy again, Aries and Leo. This is fast forward movement. Again, it's energy coming through. Something maybe shifting here. This can even sometimes for me be a, whoa, I get it, you know, I get it. And then everything, the puzzle pieces fit together. And then we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like I want me to keep pushing it out this way, so I'm going to make some room. Okay? The Knight of Swords is about going after what you truly do want. The only thing with the Knight of Swords is sometimes we can slip up because we're moving so fast without really, maybe even, let's say, the word strategizing. Okay? Oh, I don't know if I have enough room here. Okay, Spirit, thank you. We have the Strength card, Leo's card. Courage, Bravery. I gotta try and make room. It's so strange. They want me to put this all in the line, so we will. 5 of Pentacles, Sag. Abandonment. Feeling like you're not good enough. Feeling like you're not wanted. Feeling like whatever you do is not important enough. So therefore you are alone. This is a devastating energy. It can be a very devastating energy. Followed by the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. I'm not going to give my energy out anymore. I'm not going to trust. I can't do it. I can't because I'll get hurt. This is a big one. So, let me bring my cup of water here. I'm going to put it right here, Sag. Does that bother you? Put it over here. It feels to me that this reading is about, for those of you that this is your reading, if it is resonating at all, there is something that needs to be worked through. There is something that needs to be let go of. There's something that keeps you stuck in what feels like a web. What feels like you cannot get out of it, but you can. You can. You have the wisdom. You have the knowledge. You have everything that you have gained thus far on this planet. You have your beautiful heart as well as your intuition to lead you out of this. Okay. I'm getting this saying. I don't know even if it's a saying, but I'm receiving this. Sometimes, I'm going to try and, like I said, I don't know if it's a sentence or a statement. Sometimes it's easier to stay with what is comfortable, even if what is comfortable is absolute shit. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Sometimes it's comfortable to stay in something, even if it's absolute shit. So, of course, this could be a relationship of some sort that you are caught in, and it has led you to feel emotional. It's led you to a place, Sag. I hate this when people feel so sad. Okay. It's led you to a place maybe where you have closed off. And maybe you have learned that you can't trust. And therefore, regardless if, the most wonderfulest person or people came into your life and that only had love and goodness towards you, you might not be able to see it. And it stops you from the happiness. I don't mean to get emotional, but sometimes it happens in these readings. Because I can kind of relate to it. I can relate to journeys I've been on in my life. So with that 8 of Swords, it's like this is a time to really, if this is, if this is making sense to you, there's so much waiting on the other side of this is what I want to say. There's so much. Okay, so I don't know where to go. Spirit, where do you want me to go? I think I'm going to go to my fountain deck because this is, I always look at it as kind of more of a healing vibe. So Sag, if this is making sense to you, you're going to know what it is. Again, it's not being specific of what this is. I feel a lot of it is, I have to blow my nose because I feel emotional. Excuse me, sweetheart. It feels to me as if this reading, the message coming from Spirit, is that beautiful Sag, there's joy and happiness and loyalty and all of that waiting for you. It's scary. It may be very frightening to open your heart up, to work through this, to release it. Because I feel like for some of you, this is very deep rooted. Like deep rooted. Okay. But I do feel like this is what's kind of stopping you from having all that you want in your life. If that makes sense. Ooh, okay, we're going to go into the fountain deck. Let's see. All right, Spirit, thank you. I'm not going to clarify anything particular. I just want to see if they can give some advice or give a little bit more insight. What Spirit is saying to you, that you have the knowledge and the wisdom. You have that, I know, and we can all rationalize things that we've gone through. But it is the emotional part that where the damage, where the hurt, where the wound still bleeds, let's put it that way. That we have to figure out a way to release that. Because we're not there anymore, and it should not have any more control over our life. Right? Okay. All right. Man, I love you, Sag. Those of you that this is your reading, you're going through this, I am putting my arms around you so tightly. Just seeing the word worthiness in my head. Okay? Sag, we have the 4 coins once again on the bottom. Holy shit. Okay. So yeah, and you might be really feeling alone at this time. Like, you might have people all around you, but you might be feeling very isolated. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. If you look at this card, look at that. It looks just bleak. We have the 5 of Cups next. Again, water, our emotions, our relationships, 5 of Cups. Sadness. Sadness and disappointment. Hurt. Then we have the Empress, the beautiful Empress showing up, Taurus's card. This is about loving yourself and loving every part of you. Forgiving yourself for not maybe knowing better, right? Forgiving yourself for maybe being young and naive and not having the power to see things differently. This is about wrapping yourself in love and appreciating you and really, truly just being your own best friend. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Yes, it will take some work. It takes work, but it'll be so worth it. So 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 6 of Coins, which is a balance that comes in. Okay. All right, Spirit. It's a beautiful message because it is about you being worthy. This is a reminder of you deserve beautiful things. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to love. You deserve to have happiness and joy and laughter in your life. Yes, we all have ups and downs. We all have trials and tribulations. That's not going to probably go away in our life. It's planet Earth, right? But the core of it should be gentler. It should be easier. It should bring happiness to you. They're giving me the Freedom card, the Horse card in my mind's eye. Some of you sometimes want to bolt, right? Because horses do represent movement. So some of you want to bolt. You want to I just want to get out. I just want to get away from this. Maybe you don't know where to go. I get that. I've had that feeling before in my life too, where it's like you just want to run. You just don't know where you want to run. You don't know what to do, but you just want to run and get away from it, right? But that just doesn't work. Okay? Because we follow ourselves wherever we go. Okay, Sag. With so much love. Let's see what Spirit has. Anything else, Spirit? What else would you like Sagittarius to know? What else? Oh, okay, whoa. Take that one, because that's the one that flipped out. This card got a little wacky. So once again, the 9 of Swords with the World on the bottom. The World is the last major arcana in the Tarot, Sag. Spirit is asking you to end this cycle, to end this path that has been going for a long time. And it's always easier to say it, of course it is, than to do it. But there is something here that needs to be closed out. And I want to say, like, for good. Closed out for good. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. But that 9 of Swords tells me that this does float around in your head from time to time. Like, again, might not be every day, but there is something that shows up quite often that almost feels like it just, again, it stops the happiness. So the World showing up is Spirit's way of saying, can we close this out now? There's a new path, new life, new cycle for you to begin. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Because we have that 5 of Cups underneath again. So, is there anything else you would like Sagittarius to know? That was beautiful advice. Ooh, 2 just fell in my hand. We've got the 5 of Cups and the Empress once again, with the High Priestess on the bottom. See, and look at this, Sag. This is really important. These are beautiful cards, 2 major arcana. Look at this. So, the anxiety, the stress, the worry, the feeling of not being good enough, whatever it is, You know, whatever this is. The Five of Cups is looking over at the Nine of Swords. It's bringing sadness. Bringing sadness. So this is the way to conquer this, and the way to heal from this is really, truly to nurture the hell out of yourself. And if you have people that you trust around you, that you know that they have your back and they have beautiful intentions, it's not a Seven of Swords or anything, let them love you too. We have the High Priestess on the bottom, which goes along with the Owl, right? The wisdom, the intuition. Look at that. We have the Five of Wands next. I feel the energies. I feel they're saying wrap this up, okay? We have the Five of Wands next. That was underneath the High Priestess. This is battle. This is struggle and arguing. And I do feel that this is, for some, I know I've stayed on this. I've been like something that is with you, reading about you and you. For some of you, this might be another person or people involved, of course, right? But for this reading, how they've guided me, this is how it's coming across. And it feels like an inner battle. Feels like an inner battle. And even after that, we have the Devil, which is, you know, restrictive energy that does not want you to change, that does not want to heal, that does not want the happiness and the joy. It is about control. Okay. I'm going to go one more time, see if anything else wants to come out, and then we're going to close your reading off, Saggy. I really hope that this, in whatever possible way, even in the smallest way, for those of you that this makes sense and this is yours, I hope it offers some I hope it reminds you of your strength and reminds you that life for you should be very beautiful and wonderful, and that you deserve it. You deserve it. So get rid of the blocks that stops you from receiving it. Okay. Spirit, anything else for Sagittarius? I'm going to go 3 times, starting now. Anything else? Thank you so much for guiding me in this reading. That's 1. Oh, excuse me. 2. Anything else? 3. Okay. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So this does tell me that you are going to free yourself out of this Eight of Swords, out of this stuck energy, and you are going to move on. Oh my gosh, and just when I move the deck, we have the Ace of Cups, which is absolutely beautiful, because this is the new beginning of loving yourself and loving life, that your cup runneth over. Okay, just want to see what's under the Six of Swords though. Thank you, Spirit. Six of Swords. It's moving to something that is so much better and sweeter. What's underneath the deck? Your card. Temperance. Confirmation. Confirmation. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right, Saggy. Let's close your reading off. Sip of water again. Let's close your reading off. I'm going to go to Pearls of Wisdom. I feel like that might be, feel drawn to that. So let's do that. Bottom of the deck, let's see. We have Power and Passion. Ironically, there's a tiger on it. So, okay. I'll read it and then we'll see if Spirit has anything for you. So Sagittarius says, feel the passion. Magic happens when you do what you love. Your reward is joy, well-being, and love of life. Affirmation is, I am passionate. Can I say something here? Because sometimes, Sag, you know me, you know me. I struggle with finding the right words sometimes. I struggle with how to pronounce the words sometimes. It's just part of how I channel. It's just what happens to me. I couldn't find the right word, but what I want to say is I do feel, if this is your reading, passion, being what you're passionate about and being passionate, which is you, the beautiful fire sign, I feel like that has dwindled. And that is why this feels like a necessary message that Spirit is saying it's time to relight the passion and the zest for life. Okay. All right, Spirit. Thank you so much. Final message for Sagittarius. Any final message? Thank you so much for guiding me in this reading. As always, any final message for Sagittarius? Whew, that is 3. Well, it's been a long reading, so we're going to read it. Okay. I hope you stick with it. It's a long reading, but I'll try and read it as fast. Bottom of the line, bottom of the deck, bottom of the line. we have wisdom. So you have 2 cards today showing up. Wisdom. This is an owl. This is a peacock. Yeah, peacock. Be proud of yourself. Do you define yourself by others' expectations? Release fears and past beliefs, and life will take care of itself and flow. Affirmation. I am trusting my inner wisdom. I want to put it right there. I do. So that fits pretty perfectly. I'm just going to move this over here. So again, do you define yourself by others' expectations, Sagittarius? Okay. Then we have 3. Okay. We have self-talk. Wow. Listen to your head chatter. If it's too constant, switch off and become involved in a creative activity that puts you in the now. Acknowledge the blessings in your life. I am focused. This is all about getting out of your head and, especially when the brain's going crazy. So again, listen to your head chatter. If it's too constant, switch it off. Okay, beautiful advice. We have speak your truth. Speak your truth without malice and become more powerful. When did you say something encouraging or positive to you? Affirmation is, I am responsible for my words. Okay. All right, Sag. And finally, we have awareness. All right. Platypus. Excuse me. Allow your direction to unfold as you become more aware. Healing begins in the quiet of your mind, and answers are forthcoming even if you have not asked a question. Affirmation is, I am listening. Okay. So Sag, that is what we have for you today. I really hope from my heart to yours that this helped in whatever way. As always, thank you so much for being part of this family. I love you so, so much. I am sending you big, big hugs as always. So much, so much kisses. You are loved. You are worthy. Reach for the moon. Reach for the stars here. All right? Okay, Sag. Have a beautiful weekend if this is when you came to the reading, and we'll see you again, all right? Lots of love to you, babe.